How do you really know when to take advice from people close to you?
That's a great question, man.
Thank you.
And it's a balance. Like, there's times in my life where I'm like, I'm listening to my dad. Like, I love my dad. He gives me great advice. But there's also times I'm like, Dad, like, because this is what you have to do. Your parents have a lot of knowledge, right? And you're going to follow their footsteps in a lot of ways. But at the end of the day, is my dad an inspirational speaker? No. So can he give me advice on making, you know what I'm saying? So it's about understanding where the knowledge is for somebody and understanding where their advice is coming from. Sometimes your parents' advice is coming from a state of fear. It's hard to know, but sometimes you got to be aware of where the advice is coming from. Sometimes it's out of love, and sometimes they really do know best. You got to kind of make that judgment. But for me, when it came to deciding to do what I love to do and doing this, only I knew. Only I had the knowledge of knowing. Like, I need y'all to know, like, the only person that has the knowledge of knowing how you feel when you do something is the person doing it. And so it's kind of impossible for anybody to give you advice about how you feel when you're doing what you love to do. You know? And so if you have that knowledge, you'll know, okay, when it comes to my passion, only I can know. But then mapping it out, let me tell you something. I figured I want to do this, but my dad was right there. Okay, Jamar, you want to make the decision? This is how you're going to have to manage your finances through this rough period. I'm listening to my dad on that. You know what I mean? So it's a balance of knowing where their perspective is coming from. So that.
Okay, post-edit thoughts. I wanted to emphasize one part of the video where I talked about your parents' advice may be coming from a state of fear. And what I mean by that is when they're giving you advice on something, sometimes they're trying to influence you to go a certain way to please their own feelings. Like you going after your dreams, you doing something that's maybe illogical is something that's scary for them. They're worried about their kid having a bed, their kid having a house over their head. They're worried about you having food. Like their whole lives, they've been taking care of you, right? So if the whole lives they've been taking care of you, they want you to still be of care. They still want you to be okay. And so they will prioritize that over you being fulfilled by doing what you love to do. So maybe they'd rather you take that job where you're not making as much money, but you're able to do something you love to do. And so with that fact, you have to understand, yes, my parents do give me good advice, but at this moment right here, this isn't where their advice is most useful in my life. Because if I make a decision for for the sake of their fear and pleasing that, then what about the fear of regretting my entire life? You know what I'm saying? I think we have to prioritize that over us being able to do the thing that our parents said. I know in our entire lives we do what our parents told us to do, but we got to put on our big boy pants and understand it's our lives, not our parents' lives. And when you realize that, then you're able to make decisions with your own knowledge. Every decision while you're taking advice is nobody's decision other than yourself. So what I need you to do is to understand, maybe it's the fear from your parents, maybe it's somebody else who wants you to stay with them, maybe it's a girlfriend or boyfriend that wants you to stay in this state so y'all can be together, but you have dreams or aspirations. All these different things, you have to understand where the advice is coming from. And when you understand where the advice is coming from, you put more stock into that advice. When you know somebody has no reason to really influence you, you know what I'm saying? Then you may want to listen to them more, but then you also have to think about, do they actually have knowledge on this? You know what I'm saying? So it's a balance of understanding where the knowledge is coming from. Do they have wisdom in this? Do they actually have experience in this? And have they succeeded with that wisdom you're telling you? And understanding why they are giving you advice. Like, where is it coming from? What emotion is it coming from? And then understanding from those two things that your life is yours and unique to yours. Even if somebody who's successful will want advice, that it doesn't mean that's how you're supposed to live your life. So at the end of the day, you're taking advice, but it's your life, your decision. So the number one opinion that you should always be focused on is your opinion about the decisions that you're going to make. Hope this video helped. If you have any advice or any past wisdom you've had in your life from this topic, drop in the comments. Maybe somebody can read it and get some wisdom off that as well. Don't let me be the only resource. And if you're dealing with this and you need some help, you're struggling, write how you're struggling in the comment section. Maybe somebody can respond to your comment and give you some help. Maybe I'll respond to the comment. Maybe I'll make another video, free content for me, because y'all give me real stuff y'all want to hear. So again, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notifications. But even if y'all don't, had fun answering that question at that speaking engagement and going a little bit deeper right here. So see y'all on the next video.